So here you'll see that on this main screen I was able to see the tickets that I am currently working on. On the right hand side I went ahead and selected chat. That way I could go ahead and select the talk to the contact that is running into issues with their email connector. So as you'll see, Jess came on and she is currently having issues with her email connector. She is currently underneath the company of ConnectWise and her company status is active. It's important that we do look at that while we're chatting. That way if companies are on credit hold, we know that we cannot assist them at this time. So she said her email connector is not working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and send her some university documentation that goes over exactly how, what she can check if her email connector is not working. So I'm going to go ahead and navigate to the university and I'm going to go ahead and type in email connector troubleshooting guide. Wait till that loads and then I'm going to go ahead and copy this URL and go back into the chat. And provide her with that link. That way she can go ahead and go through that link to see if any of the steps that are outlined in the university documentation help. If that doesn't work, we also have KB articles that we can access to look up specific scenarios. So we'll let her respond to that and then we'll see if one of those KB articles can help her resolve the issue if this one does not. So now I'm going to go ahead and search through our KB articles. So back to the same documentation home. Let me scroll down and I can go through our Manage Wiki. These ones currently are not partner facing, but I can search through our sitemap to see if any of the information that is within them would help out the partner. So this one has to do with the issue, so I'm going to go ahead and send this. From this, I'm going to have to go ahead and select PDF and save this as a PDF to be able to send to Jessica on the chat because she's not going to be able to get it through the link because she doesn't have access. So I'm going to go ahead and download the KB article and then save it into my documents. And once I send that, I'm going to go ahead and send that to her via an email from the ticket itself. So I have two ways to do that. I can either go into the ticket and select the drop down and select open ticket, or I can actually navigate into my manage and open it as well. Now that that's finally loaded, I have to send them an email through here because we cannot send attachments through chat. So I'll go ahead and select the time entry icon. Get that to pop up. Well, since it's not working through here, let's go ahead and open it within the client itself. Bear with me one moment. I'm going to go ahead and highlight this ticket number. and then open it up within Manage. From within here, I'm going to go ahead and open up a time entry and send Jessica that KB article. So now we're just waiting on Jessica to get that email from me through the ticket. There are a lot of different things that we can do. Because this is an email connector down, we can go ahead and transfer the chat over to our T3 resources, and then they're going to be able to work on this within the chat as opposed to creating an unassigned ticket for our resources to work. We also have the ability to pop this out into a bigger window. So say you wanted to have the screen be a little bit bigger, you can go ahead and do this. Generally we do chat at 3 at a time, so it is a little bit easier to have them all lined up on the bottom. That way you don't have a bunch of different windows open at one time. But some colleagues prefer to have the window open a little bit bigger, and then they can just minimize it. And then you can just select this compress button and it'll push it back down. And then if you want this to be a little bit bigger, you can select the arrows and it can go up and down, whichever you prefer. So now she would like me to go ahead and remote into her computer. So to do that, I'm going to have to go back into the ticket within Manage, scroll back up to the top and select Control Session. And then I'm going to select Join Now, go ahead and log in. Now we're going to go ahead and open up a remote session. We also have the ability to log into their system through the configuration. Because the open ticket link was not working within here, let's see if we can, for the time entry, let's see if we can get the configuration to pull up. So if we scroll down, we can go into the individual configurations. This one's not added into the ticket, so I'm just going to go ahead in here and manually add it. Once your configuration is attached, you can go in and navigate into the configuration. This is the information that you're going to use to log into their system. So I can open it up and log into their instance of Manage. And now I can further troubleshoot their issue within their system. Sometimes it is easier to do a remote session with a partner. That's why I went ahead and had Jessica navigate to connectwise.com/support. And it looks like we are currently connected to Jessica's computer. So now I can go into her Manage and I can look through her email connector settings as well as look through her mailbox to see if she's currently having an issue. And then once I'm done, I can exit out of this and end the session. If I'm unable to further resolve the issue, I can transfer this over to our technical support team, and then if they are no longer in the queue, what I would do is I would go ahead and select Finish Chat, and then I would pre-process the ticket as needed. And then I'd select unassigned urgent, that this was an email connector down, and then I would get this pre-processed out to our team. And we also have the ability to change the status. Because this is a priority 1, I would go ahead and select priority 1. And that's it.